I left Italy at the beginning of May and spent about the next 5 weeks in London prior to the invasion of Normandy. Now, while waiting to learn what was going to happen next, I was happy to find out that I was awarded the Pulitzer Prize for Distinguished War Reporting in 1943. I took a lot of razzing by the other correspondents, but I didn't mind. I was one of 28 correspondents chosen to cover the initial phase of the invasion, but because of a promise I made to that girl back home, I was not going to set foot ashore until after an initial beachhead had been secured. So on June 7th, the day after the D-Day invasion, I landed on Omaha Beach, which, along with Utah Beach, was one of the more heavily defended of all the Allied invasion points. I took a long walk along the historic coast of Normandy. Lovely day for strolling the beach. Men were sleeping in the sand. Some were sleeping forever. Men were floating in the water, only they did not know they were in the water, for they were dead. The ocean was full of squishy little jellyfish, about the size of your hand, millions of them. And in the center of each one was a green little design, exactly like a 4-leaf clover. You know, that good luck emblem. Sure, hell yes. For a mile out from the beach were scores of trucks and tanks and boats. Only you couldn't see them, for they're at the bottom of the water. Most of their crews were gone. Out there you could see trucks turned over and swamped, partially sunken barges, the angled up corners of jeeps, the small landing craft half submerged. In that low tide you could still see those vicious, 6-pronged iron snares that snagged and wrecked them. On the beach, high and dry, are all kinds of wrecked vehicles. There are tanks that just barely made it before being knocked out. There are jeeps burned to a dull gray. There are large derricks on caterpillar treads that just didn't make it. There are hack tracks carrying office supplies made into shambles by a single shell hit. Their interiors still carrying the useless equipage of telephones, typewriters, and office files. There are LCDs turned completely over, lying upside down. And how they got that way, I just don't know. There are boats stacked on top of each other. Their sides caved in, their equipment doors sprung open. On this shoreline museum of carnage were burned out bulldozers, large coils of barbed wire, piles of life jackets ready to be thrown away, and heaps of shells waiting to be moved. In the beach floated empty life rafts, soldiers' packs, ration kits, and mysterious oranges. On the beach were snarled coils of telephone wire, large rolls of steel matting, and heaps of broken, rusted rifles. On the beach lay sufficient expended men and mechanism for a small war. But they were gone forever. But we could afford it. We could afford it because we were on. We had our toehold, and there was such an honor for this replacement on the beach, you could hardly conceive of their sum total. Men and mechanism were flowing from England in such a gigantic stream, they made the wreckage on the beach seem like nothing. Nothing at all. And yet, there was another more human litter. It strung in a thin little line, just like a high water mark, for miles and miles along the beach. This was the gear, the personal gear that would never be needed again by men who fought and died to give us our entrance into Europe. Here, in a jumbled heap for miles, were soldiers' packs. Socks, shoe polish, diaries, sewing kits, Bibles and hand grenades. Here are the latest letters from home, each with the addresses neatly raised out, one of the security precautions taken before our boys embarked. Here are toothbrushes and razors, snapshots of families staring up at me from the sand. Here are pocketbooks, metal mirrors, extra trousers, and bloody abandoned shoes. Here are broken-handled shovels, portable radios smashed almost beyond recognition, mine detectors twisted and ruined. Here are torn pistol belts, canvas water bags, first aid kits, stacks, heaps of throwaway life jackets,